Hello there, it's Kriint and welcome to another speed build. So today's speed build is again from, I guess, Island Paradise, and I am obsessed. Not only with the pack, but this build, I love it so much. So yesterday's build was more of a traditional house for the island, and while I was building it, I was so inspired by the items that came with the pack, and I was like, I want to build something stupid that I'm going to enjoy. And I realized that even though I usually do houses, I think that I am way better in stupid builds. And by stupid, I mean not something that you would see in the real world. I guess maybe you would say that, but something that's not very traditional, and it's heavily decorated and cluttered and messy and every single thing, very weird. And I am enjoying those builds so much. So I wanted to do a beach sack. I have a list of items for builds for the pack, and one of them was I wanted 2 restaurants, your typical fancy restaurant that you will find everywhere, but usually on islands you have a couple of fancy restaurants that are very exquisite and serve good food and quality food, and they're very well decorated and look fancy, And then you have restaurants that are very local, and maybe the quality isn't 5-star hotel or the equivalent of hotels, stars, to restaurants, which I don't know what it is. It's a local food, the owner, it's the atmosphere of the island, and it has, good vibes. So this is what I wanted to do. So I took inspiration of tons of things, mostly obviously Google, and I saw an image of 2 beach sacks, I think, beach bars. Were they beach bars or beach sacks? Something like that. I think they were beach bars, and I started with those. As you can see, I kinda took the shape of them, which were one next to the other, and was that's gonna be great because we can have in one of them the kitchen and the bathroom, and then the other one is the restaurant. But then as I kept searching, I found that I liked the idea, I guess, of having something more outside. So you have a floating, as you can see, from those small platforms, you can visit the bar. And this is I don't know, I don't think this is very realistic, but I really like it. You just walk there and there is the bar, more cut off than the entire restaurant, and it's more of a chill area. And you have this area in front of, I guess in the back of the restaurant, where you can sit down and enjoy the view, which I got inspired by, I think it was a coffee shop that I went a couple years ago when I was in vacation, and it literally had chairs in the sand, not chairs, I guess armchairs and beanbags and stuff like that. So I was that's so cool. So imagine having that on top of the ocean. It was sign me up. And usually every time that I go on vacation and it's on an island, I am yeah, look, I'm not a very fancy person in your typical sense that I would spend tons of money to eat on a fancy restaurant. So that's why I really enjoyed that. And usually when I go on vacation, I am 24/7 with my swimming suit and just constantly in the sun, and I really don't care. So this is what I wanted this restaurant to be. I made the beach code, the dress code, to be swimwear. And then I recalled that as the new trait that came with the free update was, I guess, optional clothing optional, something like that. So essentially Sims who visited the place didn't have to wear clothes. and I put it on. Like, I applied it against the lot, and I felt so uncomfortable. Like, I am a 24-year-old lady, and I felt uncomfortable by, like, pixels. I was like, I really can't. So I instantly removed it. But I really like the idea of, being more free and open and, like, really without dress code. So out here, it will change a lot. It will be the last thing that I will do, but it will change a lot. And I don't know, like, it makes me happy. This restaurant really makes me happy. And it's, I guess, kind of similar to a build that I did ages ago, like, a year ago now? Nah, maybe a bit less than that. Which was a rooftop restaurant. And honestly, when I started building that restaurant, I didn't really like it and I didn't know what I was doing. But as it took shape, I loved it. Like, I just loved it. And originally, I told you in the last video, like, for Island Paradise, that I had a couple cells, like, pre-made, so I would save up time. And I have 2 more of those cells, obviously, like, I did 3. I already did 1. Like, published one, I guess, finished one, whatever. And then I had, like, this crazy inspiration, and I was like, yeah, I really don't want to do houses. And to be completely honest with you, when, before, like, I got early access to the park, I was like, I don't think that I am going to build any commercial lots, because I really struggled with those. So that's the main reason why I did 3 house sales. And all of a sudden I was like, okay, yeah, cool, I want to build a restaurant now. And honestly, I'm really looking forward to see what tomorrow's build is going to be, because I'm still feeling crazy inspired and I want to do something else that's stupid, essentially. Like, it's not perfect. Like, it's just stupid. I don't know how else I can explain it. So I wanted this to be very colorful and very fun and attractive, like, weirdly attractive, I guess. So they're not really stepping platforms. I don't recall if I got the inspiration from somewhere, but like, I've seen it in loads of places. But essentially, if you had that in real life, you would be able to, step from one to the other without any issues. But that's the same, so I had to use a stupid stairs, and I don't really like them, but whatever. So the interior of the restaurant is, again, kind of like a fishing restaurant, this entire thing, and just has more, I should probably say, ready, like, easy food. So it sells hot dogs and pizza and stuff like that, which are easier to be made, like, I guess, in comparison to bon filet or, I don't know, roasted chicken or something like that. So yeah, and as you can see, I use 2 fish tongues. So every time that I don't like that, like, let me be clear at first that I really hate that. But every time that I go to, or like, you probably seen it too, restaurants tend to have, like, who sell fish, mostly tend to have, like, water tanks, fish tanks, with the fish that you can, like, you can see the fish and you can pinpoint and say, I want this fish. So they essentially take it from the water, kill it, bake it, or, like, cook it, and then they give it to you. And I hate that. To be honest, I don't eat fish because, like, I feel terrible. But, like, especially that, I hate it. Like, you just saw it there. Can you actually eat it? It was just swimming 5 minutes ago. But I felt like it was maybe, like, that's more a me thing rather than everyone thing. Some people prefer to see, I guess, their merchandise, quote unquote, live. So I felt like it would make sense for an island that's, like, very lass, and I guess it has fish, like a lot of fish, even mermaid fish, for you to be able to see those fish swim and then say, I want that, even though, again, I don't like it. And that's turning weirdly vegan aggressive, so I'm gonna stop because that was not my point. So the toilets was the last thing I did. And weirdly, originally I was going to do this entire room as one toilet, and I was like, yeah, this makes no sense. Who would have such a huge toilet? And I was like, I just can't. And this layout kind of works, but I really hate how it separates the window in two, because it just looks weird. But then I was like it's not supposed to be perfect and like amazing, so I don't know, they decided to add a wall in between a window. Like, haven't we seen doors that literally open to the second floor and then there's like a huge gap underneath, so you would fall? We've seen that, so it's not perfect construction. Who am I to judge? The builder? Maybe I should judge? Do I have standards? No, I don't. That's okay. It looks perfect. Perfect! And here is the bar area. I saw like, I'm gonna describe it as a tiki bar, which was like a square, if you will, and all around it you had chairs and other things to sit. But like you had the bar in the middle, and around it you have the other things. But it looked terrible, like honestly it looked terrible, and the space here is so small, so I had to use it like kinda consciously and not overdo it, because like it's floating. I don't know about you, but I'm currently afraid that they're gonna fall. But whatever, you will be in your beachwear, but doesn't matter, it doesn't. And I decided to take screenshots of the build at night because, well, they look amazing. I really love how this entire thing turned out, and I hope that you will like it too, because I really enjoyed building it. I mean, even if you didn't, well, you'll probably stop watching like a couple minutes ago, so we're good. We're good. And I really liked the fish nights. I felt like they gave in to that fishing restaurant, like fishing local restaurant. So yeah, it was really fun. Really, really fun. Don't you love this shot? Don't you always wanted a shot of a toilet? I'm sure you did. So yeah, I don't know what else. Oh yeah, last time I said that in the other build, you cannot download it yet. I will post it on the gallery on the 21st, which I get that it's like in some places the 21st, but I will wait until the game goes public in the US. Public? Available. You know what I mean. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you have an amazing day, and take care. Bye!